Brothers and sisters, I come before you tonight as your president-elect to again express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support in Saturday's election. This is a moment of hope, unity, and opportunity for our great nation. However, I must address a matter of urgent importance tonight. Transitions from one administration to another create the impression of a vacuum of power, and certain people are easily compelled to act in their own parochial interest instead of the national interest. I've received reports of attacks on state offices and installations. While it's unclear who is behind these attacks, I condemn them in no uncertain terms. These acts must cease immediately. As I said during my post-declaration speech, I urge the youth not to vent their frustration in criminal enterprise. Instead, they must channel their anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our beloved nation. I urge all our citizens to remain calm and avoid actions that could harm our institutions and our democracy. We have fought hard for change, and now is the time to demonstrate our commitment to rebuilding the Ghana we want through unity and understanding. Because state power is still in the hands of the present administration, I call on the President and the security agencies to act decisively to curb the ongoing acts of lawlessness immediately.
You appreciate sometimes after 8 years of what we've gone through, sometimes people tend to go a bit overboard. So we have sent a clear message, released a statement earlier today, urging our rank and file to show moderation, to make sure that we keep to the law, that people cannot take the law into their own hands, and that the security forces have the right to ensure, the law enforcement body has the right to ensure that the laws of Ghana are respected at all moments. We pleaded with them and told them that, listen, things will be done properly once the president-elect takes over from January 7th. What needs to be done in terms of accountability, people who have done what is wrong will be duly punished. We ensure the institutions of the country work properly. So I want to use this opportunity once more to reiterate and make a call to the rank and file of the NDC that even if there is provocation, even if there seem to be legitimate reasons why people need to do what they get to do, there's a need to always wait for proper instructions from the highest level and also ensure that everything we do is done according to law. As you appreciate sometimes after 8 years of what...
Since Monday particularly, supporters of the NPP besieging a number of offices of state institutions, demanding that the officials there, political appointees mainly, vacate their offices. We've seen some near violence and all that. Your thoughts on this matter?
Well, I'm not too sure specifically what you want to refer to, but there have been instances where it's not an issue of people going to public offices and state institutions to drive out people and take over. No. In some cases, particularly at places like the Harbour, DVLA, Peduasi Lodge, polling booths and so forth. You know, in some cases the people have to go there to protect state property, to ensure that looting stops. I've been told that in some public offices and so forth, all of a sudden those who were working there have refused to come to work. Not because they have been intimidated or been chased out, but they themselves have suspected that maybe because how they came there was purely based on them being members of the party then in power. Maybe some people chase them out, then they've left those public places just to the wind, just to the weather. And people have gone there to go and protect it. Some of our members have gone there to go and protect it.
I know that the party and a number of top officials of the NPP have condemned these acts. But beyond the condemnation, what will the party do? Because it seems that's not working.
Well, it's not a question of condemnation. I've told you that it's not some instances I won't condemn. If they were there to protect property, assets.
How do they protect property? They are not security officials.
Look, at the harbor, if people are stealing cars, if people are carrying away items that should attract duties and so forth, containers being taken away without going through the right processes and so forth, I think we should be bold enough to say that stop what you are doing.
But it is not the duty of MPP supporters to go around and enforce law and order. In that regard, it's the duty of the police. You are in power now. Your party is in power now. Just notify the police and they'll deal with it, Mr. Blair.
Let me make a point. It is your duty, my duty, to stop anybody stealing even an individual's property. If you can, you have good reason to know that what the person is doing amounts to stealing.
But we have appropriate institutions. I agree. We have appropriate institutions.
No, I'm saying that,
that can do that job as well.
Cars from the harbor, taking them away. Are you suggesting that we should wait and go and call the police before they come and stop?
You think the party supporters are better placed to handle this than the police?
It's not a question of they are better placed, that they will stop them and then refer the matter to the police subsequently. Please, let's understand that.
Is that the way to go?
No, please. There are instances where they were right. There are instances that I will not endorse that. I will consider their conduct not the best.
What instances were they wrong?
Instances where they will go and lock up, let's say, a public institution or a government offices and so forth. If some of these things have happened, which you are telling me might have happened, I will not endorse it. I will not support it. But I've given you examples that in some cases, to protect property, state property. If you go to Peduase and people are stealing louvers, people are removing air conditioners and so forth, and you are a Ghanaian, and you know that that is wrong, and you can't immediately get to the police, you stop them. Then why are you doing that? If I do that, you are telling me that we shouldn't.
Since man